Idai, family, and welcome to Dr. Mumbi's spiritual show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Seraki. That's just a greeting among the Agikoyo, which is just, peace, blessing, abundance, love be upon you, be with you. That's not only how we greet one another, but it's also how we greet the Most High Creator and just the spirit of our ancestors that are among us. I really do pray that you are well, family, that you are living out like your narrative now, that you've started to put your narrative together and you're actually starting to see that narrative starting to manifest itself. Special shout out to absolutely every single person that has supported us on Patreon. We appreciate, love you so much. You guys are literally the sponsor of this show, and thank you so much to everyone that sends us love donations. We really do appreciate, love you so much. Family, this is just a message to let you know that your love is changing the world, that your ascension has not been in vain, that all the hard tackles you've taken, all the hard lessons you've had to swallow and humble yourself enough to internalize and resolute and kind of learn from, have not been in vain. And there's something that I actually, no, I didn't tweet it. I put it on Instagram. Definitely check us out on Instagram, dr.mumbi And it talked about how, I think I got it from Mind, Soul, something. And it was talking about how one person vibrating at like 500 megahertz or whatever is equivalent or crosses out 750,000 people vibrating at 200 megahertz, and the 200 is like the lowest of the low, murderous, greed, fear. That's like you're barely alive. You're in disease, you're mental disease, physical disease, you're just down there at the bottom. And that's amazing to me because I know that so many ancient ones are back, so many master builders are here, there's so many 11s that are here, there's so many 22s that are here, and there's so many 33s that are here. 11 is the master seers, the master channelers, family. 22 is the master builders, and 33 is literally the master healers. And there's so many of us here. I don't think that we've ever been this many because we are literally about to take a quantum leap. But I just wanted you to know that your love is not in vain. And I know some of the real masters, you've been in isolation because you're in preparation. They're preparing you for what is about to happen. Because we're going to need so much that is not even in place now. We're going to need global ambassadors. We're going to need to come together even as the motherland, because there's a visitation from our ancient ones that is literally about to manifest, and it's not going to be a Mzungu Jesus in the sky. We're going to need those people that can see with a spiritual eye, that have connected with their ancestors, that can tell us the benevolent from the non-benevolent, because we're graduating from college, and most people still have an elementary education spiritually. And that's why your love as an awakened one, as a master, whatever your giftings are, because so many beautiful people have so many diverse gifts, but you just moving forcefully into your destiny, no matter what, you are going to be in position for what is coming. You doing that, you loving, first of all, yourself, loving yourself enough to learn to say no, loving yourself enough to learn to set up boundaries, healthy boundaries, loving yourself enough to listen to that voice inside you, that intuition, when they tell you this is a good person or that is not a good person, a good match for you, when they tell you to go left instead of right, that you have that discernment and that you respect your spiritual team that is walking with you. That self-love is what now sets you up to expand that love to your environment, to your life, to others. Just in how you interact, it's always just love and smiles and good vibes. Like just you being good vibes in wherever you are in this world, and just keeping those good vibes, whether you're doing, whether you're farming, whether you're in your off-grid home, but wherever you are, you're just generating those good vibes, is healing and changing the world. That's what's stripping Babylon up, family. because they knew there would be a change, but they can't even fathom what this change is, because it's just rising up in people. It's just becoming a vibe. It's just becoming that 100th monkey effect. I think we had a better term for it, where culture change. I think someone told me it's actually Ubuntu, where, which means like when a certain number, and it's not even a big number, of our people, start moving in a certain way, we all move in that way. So move in your greatness, family. Don't be shy. I believe everything that happened in the previous dispensation was about training. It was a harsh training. It was rough. So many hard tackles, but it was about training. It was about preparation. It was about grooming. It was about reclaiming. It was about awakening. And it was about opening up your multiple books of life, which can only be reached, opened up at a certain level of consciousness, so that you can do some real signs and wonders and be an inspiration to generations to come, like the great master builders that came before us, the great master healers and the great master seers, whose stories have been so distorted that it don't make no sense anymore. Your love is changing the world. Even if it's just your love for your spouse, your love for your children, your love for your environment, your love for your people, your love for your art, your creativity, it puts you in a certain vibration which just starts to shift everything. And it's crazy because we're on a small island where there was a lot of like child trafficking and all kinds of abuse. We're not saying it's over, but there's enough awakened ones who have been drawn here by Mama Earth and Spirit that the vibration is changing. It's changing those that come, and it's keeping away those that, it's just like it's no longer a vibrational match, so it's no longer attractive to certain lower vibing beings. Just remember, family, your love is changing the world. And we don't need everybody, but we do need somebodies. And that's what the Unity Communities is all about, family. I can't go too deep into it because it's kind of attracted a lot of needy people. As long as it's attracted a lot of masters, but it's also attracted a lot of needy people who are coming for the wrong reasons. So I know that it's a long game. And it's something that when it's supposed to happen, it will just organically come together. But email me, drmumbi at drmumbishow.com. We are gathering the membership forms. I think we're almost at like 1,500 members, family, from all over the world. We are going to start to put the groups together. But we're trying to even figure out, how do we do the screening to ensure that, the infiltrators on there. There's many, many layers that we hadn't thought about. We thought we would just put groups together, people could get in touch and keep it moving, but it's not gonna work that way. You can always email us with your suggestions. There's people who have suggested an app. There's people who have suggested many different kind of platforms that we could create to kind of bring this thing together. Because it's gonna be about that thing, about how one person vibrating at 500 can cancel out 750 vibrating at 200 megahertz. It's gonna reach a point where we'll just need communities at the same, on that high love vibration, living their best freaking lives, just basking in the glory of life, to decide, okay, we're going to create a continuous love vibration. We're going to create a continuous prayer chain. We're going to come together and all connect with the spirit of Mind's Eye. Whatever will be led at that time. But we're going to come together as 1,000, as 2,000, as 10,000. And that's how we're going to change the world. We don't even need that many. It's time, family. And maybe it's about just each of you creating or attracting or setting a foundation of that kind of community wherever you are. And in a perfect season and time, we'll all be brought together. because your love is changing the world. So don't fear just spreading love, you know. And sometimes you spread love just by, the Spirit may lead you to go to the supermarket and go here, because sometimes the Spirit will wake me up and I'll go all the way to like, you know, the main kind of little town where everything's bustling and hustling, and I'll go into the local supermarket and I'll walk around and, you know, get vegetables, get fruits, and just be in the vibes, you know. And that's sometimes all Spirit will require of me. And then you've left your vibration everywhere. You've interacted, you've laughed, people have laughed, you've shared stories. Sometimes it's really as simple as that, as you're living your best life. Anyway, I'm sending you so much love, family. So much love, so much joy, so much peace. Whatever your situation is right now, just know that paradise awaits you, because paradise is a state of mind. Tuko pamoja.